Hello, Mel and I are back for freepodcasttools.com. We're going to dive right into recording our promo, or some people call it a trailer, or episode 0. So prior to recording, make sure that you understand how to use your gear. A lot of people just get the gear and they're like, I think this cable is supposed to go here. And I'll be ready to rock and roll on Thursday. And you're like, did you test it? No, but it should do. And you're like, no, that's not how we do it. So you want to make sure you have a solid understanding of the gear. And the most important thing, don't let the first time you use it be episode 0, your trailer. No, you need to practice, and learn how to listen with a critical ear. You want to listen for mouth noise, plosives, which is that wind burst that goes straight off the capsule, and it's kind of obnoxious. Tapping sounds, when people just sit there and they tap on their desk the entire stuff. Just any kind of sounds that would turn you off will probably turn off a potential subscriber, follower, listener, whatever you want to call them.
A funny story is, sorry to interrupt. We there was a podcast they used to do Smallville, and back when that show was going regular, and the guy, well, it wasn't a video podcast, obviously, but the guy, he had a good mic and he had a thick beard, and you could hear him scratching his beard sometimes, and it was sound like wool, and everybody was just like, and so like 3 episodes in, like under like the 7th or 8th season, he got called on it, and he's like, "Oh, sorry guys, blah 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 blah," and he apologized. But yeah, like 3 episodes in a row, like you just hear it.
Yeah,
Mike was that strong.
It is just simple stuff sometimes, and you need to pay attention to all that kind of stuff. You need to have monitors or headphones so you can hear. I like to hear my own voice going through. That tells me if I'm creating plosives or have really bad mouth noise and stuff like that. So I like to hear my own voice. A lot of people find that distracting, but I've done it for so many years that I'm used to it. And after you get used to it, you're going to want that mechanism in place, because otherwise, if you don't monitor yourself back, you'll be on mute and you'll be going for like 3 minutes, and then you're like, well, wait a minute, what's going on? What happened here? But you want to make sure you have all that stuff in place and practice. Any questions on getting set up for episode 0? We'll talk about the stuff that goes into it in just a second.
No, sounds good.
So when you do finally hit record, after you've thrown away all those practice sessions, when you do hit record, you want to kind of have a structure. So for the episode 0 or trailer, I like to say who I am, what's this going to be about, when is it going to launch, all that kind of stuff. Answer every possible question you can as quickly as you can. Personally, I like to keep them to 30 seconds or less. Some people go 60 seconds. I think that's too long, but that's just me. But answer every question you want and have a structure. Do you want to roll in with the voiceover guy, or is it just going to be you coming in hot and then you put a music bed underneath? How are you going to format it and structure it? Get that all ironed out, record it, manipulate the file, and then releasing this as a trailer in the future. Once you get used to recording, and then you can start dabbling with editing. Once you get used to editing, becomes second nature. You know how to chop off front, stuff that doesn't belong at the front, stuff in the end, stuff in the middle that you just don't need, trim the fat, music, intro, outro, voiceover person, or your own voice, and keep it moving. Any questions on recording your promo?
No, it makes sense.
Okay. So next we're going to move on to creating an RSS feed.